Okay. I've started this vlog literally 10 times. And I've deleted every single one of them. Or every single take. Because this is extremely difficult for me to talk about, but I do think people will find it interesting. And that is this. That's right. Me in color. No, me featured on the dashboard. Okay, so this is going to be the final take. It's like take 15 probably at this point. There is like a 15-minute video version of this where I talk about some of this stuff in more depth, but I think it's kind of boring. So I'm just going to cut to the chase. If people want to think I'm conceited or whatever, then so be it. I'm not going to take the time to explain myself. I'm just going to talk about the experience in general, flat out, what this is like for a normal gamer, which is what I am, just like those of you watching. I'm no different. This could be your face, whatever. I just happen to be lucky enough that it's my face right now, and it's going to be Wapak's face in a couple of days, so be sure to check him out on the community calendar as well. And coming up, and then more people after. A lot of my Alpha Ambassador friends, some of the top ambassadors will be there, some gamers, fans alike, are all going to be up here. So it's not just me, but I've actually done this quite a few times, so I want to talk about that and just kind of give you an idea of what my experience has been like for me. So I've been on the dashboard since the 360, at least back in 2008 or 9, right before I became a moderator on the Xbox forums. That's kind of when all of this started. I was actually interviewed by Trixie360, so they would put my avatar and everything. Avatars were new then, and I was on the front of everybody's Xbox right away. Got hundreds of messages. I couldn't even keep up with them. There's a long story about that, but I won't get into it. But it was overwhelming. It was crazy. So I've done that, and then I've been on there. I hosted a moderator Xbox, like moderators versus forum moderators versus the community playdates. I've been involved with several different playdates that were featured on the old calendar on the 360 a couple of years ago. So there was that exposure, and in all cases, it was pretty overwhelming with messages and party invites and stuff. And I still get some of that now with this new stuff on the Xbox One. Actually, I will do this. I'll link a video here that shows what one of our playdates for Gears of War look like. So that's right up here. If you want to see that, you can go ahead and click that, and it'll take you over to the video. It's just a boring video of just message after message after message after message from that playdate. Everybody wanted in. It was impossible to keep up. Fast forward to now. I've been, of course, here was featured yesterday at this point because it took me a day to finally just be like, you know what, screw it. But I was featured here yesterday. And then I'm on every Friday. We play New Member Friday on the Twitch Xbox channel for Twitch, the official Xbox Twitch channel, where I play with the community. And then my friends and I'm Jesus and Boski477. Links to their profiles in the description if you want to give them a shout or follow or whatever. But I do Xbox Playdates US with them, and we're on every Saturday at 8. That's also up here on the calendar. I've had videos featured in the Game Hub sections of games like Quantum Break, for example. I've had videos featured on the community page or the trending page for if you go over to like your activity feed and whatever. And the experience is a little bit different on Xbox, and I think it has to do with it being more social, but it's not all that different. That's basically what I wanted to get down to. So in case you guys ever find yourself in here, or maybe we want to talk about what the differences are, you can kind of know what to expect, and that's really the reason of this. If I needed to brag about myself or whatever, I don't. My face is here. Like, what more is there to say? So I'm just showing you what it's like. So that's the goal here. So that's why I cut that whole other video out, because it just talks too much. But anyways, for live messages, I get about 5 to 10 a day. It's actually not that high. That's not including like what my friends might send me, just random general. The messages range from things like, will you game share with me? Because I totally have a whole bunch of games that you can see in some of my videos, so people see those, and that's the first thing they want to do is game share. Not going to do it. Already tweeted about it. That's a done deal. Comparatively, though, I get a lot of questions for help, a lot of questions about, because I have a lot of, different walkthroughs of everything from achievements to the preview dashboards, which seem to be pretty successful. You guys like when I talk about that. So I get a lot of questions surrounding the videos, that sort of thing. And it's less weird than it was, say, on the 360, where I got considerable amount of messages. I actually hit the limit. I couldn't even keep up with them all. You know, and I had everything from like marriage proposals to a weird guy sent me a picture with the Vision camera of him sitting in an empty room on a chair with a really creepy look on his face. So totally different caliber of messages, but back then we weren't as social as we are now, so I think people can handle it more maybe. On the other hand, I do get a lot of activity feed activity. So like I'll accidentally hit. I have the Xbox One controller, and obviously, but I have the Elite controller with the chat pad connected to it. And the X buttons are programmable in the chat pad. If you didn't know that, you can actually program the chat pad to have these two buttons that are interchangeable buttons of whatever you want them to be. So they can pull up a party, they can pull up messages, they can record that, whatever. And so I'll accidentally press them while I'm typing, and it'll accidentally record some gameplay or something that I don't intend to. And I'll get like 25, 30 people that like it, and it's totally not even an amazing clip. Alternatively, which is really weird about that though, is I'll create a clip that I think is great and interesting, and I'll comment on it and whatever, and like even less people engage with that. So that's a little weird, but it is what it is. Maybe it has to do with the time that it gets posted. I don't know. So there's that. The other thing I do get a lot of is I do get a lot of follows. I was at 1750 yesterday when I recorded this because I remembered in my video. So I'm just going to jump over and take a look and see what it is right now. I haven't checked all day, so we'll take a look at it. So today I'm sitting at 1751. So I've gotten one today. So that's it. I mean, I'm on the dashboard and I get one follow. Now, that is to say though that since I done this, I was about 200 more than whatever my friends were. So that's obviously gone way up, but I've only gotten one today. So it's not a huge change. When Friday comes along and my face is back up on the, you know, on the thing for New Member Friday, that's going to shoot back up, I'm sure, pretty quickly. Just kind of some insight that has grown quite a bit. It's steady. Unfortunately, those people don't seem to really reach out to me as much as I would like. I would think it would be, I would just like to meet them or say hello or whatever. I think it's interesting that people find me interesting, so it's a little strange to get used to, but you know, I try to play with them and talk with them. I do have people who will message me constantly or invite me to parties constantly, but then when I join their party, like, they don't say anything. Or it'll be like a 13-year-old kid and he starts giggling and they're like, oh my god, he joined, and then like his other friends will leave the party, and so I just close it out and then they send an apology for that. So, which is fine. Apology accepted, I guess. It's weird, but that's about the extent of what it is. It's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's fun. But it's not, you know, I'm really no different than anybody else. I've been around here for a long time, in the community. Started on the forums in 2005, and I just kind of do my own thing. I don't really pay attention or try to accomplish much other than what's good for the community, or if people want my help with something or whatever. And I just kind of gravitate towards those things and basically just focus on having fun doing it. And apparently it's been pretty good to me, I guess. But I just wanted to kind of do this video, give you guys an idea of what it's like. Shout out to Deacon, he knows what I'm talking about. But just give you guys an idea of what it's like, and if you ever find yourself up here, you'll know what to expect. And it's kind of cool, but you know, just give you an idea of it, I guess. So if you have any questions, comments, or anything, or you want to ask me a question about anything, no, I'm probably not going to publish the 17-minute version of the video. If you want to know anything about it, I probably would answer it in text. That's about it. I'm going to go, and I've got more videos to do, got some reviews coming up. Can't wait to play some games I need to do inside, because I totally want to get that alternate ending that I just found out about, because if it's anything like the ending I got, I don't know. We'll talk about that in another video. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys all later.